morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be taking a look at Stray Cat Purrist by Stray Cat Audio. If you didn't know, it's a noise gate, and it's probably the best noise gate on iOS. So let's see. Yo. What's happening? My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Boom, we're in the house. It's a pleasant day here in Australia. Well, not really. It's going to get kind of warm. Who knows? I'm heading out after this show to go and film Walk With Me today. Can't tell you where because Costa is always lurking. So there you go. So I'm a little bit excited and a little bit excited about this app today because it's pretty damn sweet. If you're a guitarist, you probably should. If you're a metal guitarist, you pretty much should own this. It's a thing. Let's say hello to everybody here, and we'll get down to it. We got Thomas Christ, who is, just an FYI, lost power, bad storms about 40 minutes ago. If power doesn't come back on after this show, you'll probably have to delay or postpone his show, which is normally up after this. So just be aware, we'll be keeping a close eye on Thomas all the way through this episode. What's going on, TC? Sorry to hear you're going through that shit. You need a new president, mate. Sorry. Bad example. Jamie Lynn, look at these two together. Ooh. Leela. Who else? Who else do I see? Feisty Feather. Now, Przemyslaw Barski. Is that how I say your name? So, I did my best. Or Premek, yeah? Is that how I say it? So, I don't know. I'm an Aussie. I just fuck everything up. So, but this is our developer who's in the house. Who else do I see? So, thanks for coming and joining us. We got Forest of the Wolf, Ed Zielinski, Studio 6+1. Thank you. I got your email and other details. Thank you. I just letting you know because I probably won't be around today to respond to anyone because I'm heading out filming for an entire day after this. And I think I've got most of you here. Awesome stuff. Welcome aboard. So, yes, this is a noise gate. What's a noise gate, I hear you ask? If you're a guitarist, a noise gate. If you're a metal guitarist, a noise gate really is your best friend because guitars like to generate noise, and especially when you add high gain to them, well, guess what? That just adds more noise, and you end up with more noise. And if your pickups have got a bit of noise in them as well, you want to remove that. And most noise gates will work just on pulling all the sound out and just, yep, that'll do. Whereas this noise gate we're looking at today does a little bit more than that. It deals with buzz, fizz, and noise. So 3 aspects of your guitar sound that's coming through. And I found a bug, so there's that. And I only found it today. And even, you know, it's weird. I've been trying this in every other app except Logic. I use this in 4 other doors except Logic. This morning I got up and I opened it in Logic and I found it keeps crashing for some reason on one of my tracks. So I don't know what that is, but we'll take a look at it anyway. But you can get around it. There's always a way. See, iOS is one of those things that if it doesn't work one way, then guess what? You can make it work another way. You've just got to think. And I know that's a really hard thing these days, thinking in this current world of goldfish people. But it doesn't take much to think. There we go. So let me just bring this up. There hasn't been a... Just make sure. Okay, so let's get into price first before anything else. If you're a guitarist, this price isn't going to matter to you. So it is $9.99. For this particular app, it is an AUv3. You must be aware this works on iPad only. I'm not sure if that's going to change in the future, but also if you purchase it from the iOS App Store for your iPad, it's going to work for your Mac as well. So there's that. You got that double banger, but iPad only. Be aware. Make sure you get it through your head. It's in the title and everything. So that is the way we're rolling. Let's bounce back here. So here it is, $9.99. We've gone through what it works on, silicon, so it needs to be a silicon Mac as well too, M plus, whatever M series you have. So there is that. I'm going to open up just by bouncing back here and opening up AUM, because I have a couple of tracks in here. And I'm going to kick off, I'm going to run through a couple of guitars today. So I'm going to kick off first with this one. This is my LTD 7-string. For those playing at home, there it is. There is the 7th string, looking all lovely and fresh and clean, and had some new strings put on the other day. So this is what my guitar sounds like without any noise gate. So we let go and let's crank up the volume a bit, just so you can hear what's going on noise-wise, yeah? What can you hear in here? So we've got some hum, we've got some general noise, there's some white noise in there. Crank it up a bit more so you can all hear. Hopefully you've got headphones on, you're going to want to do that. An iPhone won't help, but you can hear there's noise there. So now I'm not playing anything. Now just so you know, I have turned off the noise gate in Rhino here. So I'm using Rhino by Aurora DSP. I've turned off the noise gate. So when I turn it back on, it cuts everything out because the noise gate's set to 0 sound. Now let's bring in Stray Cat Purrist. Well, that's pretty good. Even just touching the strings. I'll bring down the volume a bit so I don't blow your eardrums out. Bring this down as well. I think it's time to So as you can hear, for chonks, stops, chugs, it's pretty damn good. Let's take out this and bring in the noise gate from Rhino. Now you can hear how I've got this set to 50 at the moment. And you can hear how it cuts it off. Let's give it a little bit more. Really hard to control. I mean, you've got more controls in here for the gate, so you've got attack and release and all this kind of stuff. But I am finding, let's turn this back off and bring this back in. It's really nice. Now, I'm going to run through a couple of different guitars too, because I have a couple of guitars at the back that have quite some noisy pickups. But let's have a look at this app here. And I'm going to turn off the noise. So we've got 3 sections here. Let's turn them all off, just so you can hear what these are removing. I'm going to turn this up loud. So listen to the noise in the background. First, we're going to remove the buzz, yeah? Can you hear that buzz? The hum? I'm going to click it on. Listen to it disappear. And all we've got there left is some fizz. That is fucking mint. I'm telling you, that is mint. So what the buzz does, it primarily used for electric guitars. So basically the buzz allows you to suppress the AC buzz, known as hum introduced by electrical installations. Now, if you know anything about electronics or anything like that, we have different AC frequencies in different countries. I'm in Australia, so my standard AC frequency here is 50 hertz. In the US, I believe it's 60 hertz. So if you were doing this, the first thing you would do is set your hertz if you're trying to remove buzz. Now, remember with any kind of noise gate or anything like that, when you're trying to remove background sound or anything to maintain the structure of the original tone, you're going to lose some frequencies. But this app does a really good job of doing its best to not lose much at all. So let's come back over. So we've got our buzz removed. I'm going to bring it back one more time because it is fucking sensational. There it is. You can just hear that hum. So let's take out the fizz. Now the fizz is a I'll show you how to use these as well too. So the fizz will handle high frequency interference such as white noise. So any kind of white noise that's coming through, you can control that with this section here. So it's basically a dynamic shelf filter that attenuates the high frequencies, decaying string sound. Now let's bring in the noise. And you can see this thing reacting to when I'm, even when I'm talking here, it's picking up through the hello, 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 hello. It's picking up through my microphone and doing its work as well too. You can see the fizz working overtime to try and subdue some of that white noise. As soon as I let go, it's dropping down. So we're looking in the middle here. You can hear that disappear. It just works so good. The one thing I've noticed in here, so I've got, in AUM, we've got presets, so I can save presets in here. So I've got a couple saved in here. I'm not sure. We're going to try it in Logic. I haven't tried that. As a standalone, I don't see any preset sections. Let's just firstly cover. I'm just going to put the guitar down for a minute. We'll get some more guitar stuff going in a sec. So when you click the little question mark, this will take you to the manual, which is here online. Now, from what I believe, this app kind of came out really quick, and Dev hasn't had all the time to get everything ready for it. I do believe this is going to end up on Windows as well. Maybe I'm wrong. But here is your manual for this. What's really good about this, if you know shit about using a noise gate, this will give you a fair idea on how to use this, right? So we've got some recommended flows here as well too. Super handy to just have these little flow boxes at the end of each section. And each one of them reminds you, if you're using this, so if we're using the fizz, so just to show you here what it says, we'll scroll down to fizz, recommended flow. If you intend to use the buzz section, make sure you set that up first. So the idea behind this is to go in and set it from left to right and go from there. So that is the idea of getting a good sound. So with all these little flow charts, the first one says set the AC frequency correctly for your country. Play a note, a chord on your guitar. Observe the input level on the threshold bar while the sound decays. Take note of the level. So let's do this alongside actually doing it, yeah? I'm going to take this and remove it from our mix. Let's just delete it and introduce a new version of it. Got my guitar once again. And let's load up an audio unit. So you can see it's kind of doing something, but the way it's set up at the moment, we're still getting some noise. So the first thing we're going to want to do is set this buzz. And the buzz is trying to remove the pickups, the sound from your pickups, basically. That's, you know, that's, sorry, from your hum, from single coil pickups, yeah? That is what we're trying to do. So we have a threshold here. And just to explain the threshold, the buzz will only be removed when the signal is below this threshold. So you can see at the moment, we've got this sound just playing here. And whenever I move this threshold below the static sound where there's nothing being made, no sound, we can still hear the hum. But if I lift this just above, you can hear that hum is gone now. We've completely killed that hum. So we have a ratio here. Important to understand the ratio. So it defines the noise attenuation depth. For example, if the signal is 3 decibels below the threshold, attenuation will equal to 3 dB, ratio 1. Now, the more you introduce this, the more you are going to damage your sound. So, of course, be mindful. Now you can hear as we bring the ratio down, you can hear that hum get introduced. So we're going to lift it until it's kind of gone. It sits really good there. So that hum is gone. Now we can move on to the next one. I'm just going to read out. So we've got a reduction down the bottom here. So we already covered the AC frequency. The reduction indicator displays the attenuation level in real time, yeah? So, set your AC frequency, play a chord, observe the input level on the threshold bar. While the sound decays, take note of the level when the buzz becomes apparent. So we're going to let that ring out. Sounds good to me. Filter. So let's move to our filter. Now, I may be doing it completely wrong. I don't know. Who knows? I just go by feel. The Fizz section handles high-frequency interference such as white noise. If some higher AC buzz harmonics manage to pass through the buzz section, this is where it ends up. So this is once it gets through the buzz, anything that's like a high white noise that's come through here, this will get cleaned up. So we have a ratio. I'm just going to read out what it's got. Defines a frequency attenuation. I've already covered that. We've got a cutoff here. So all frequencies above the cutoff will be attenuated when the signal is below the threshold level. We've got a threshold level. And we've got our reduction, yeah? So it's the recommended flow, it says to set this up, is play a note or chord on the guitar, observe the level on the threshold bar again. While the sound decays, take the note of the level at which the noise becomes apparent. So did you see that? I just moved the threshold and a lot of that noise is gone. incredible job of maintaining the guitar sound. What's going on, Gary Hubs? Pausing guitars. And we don't even have the noise gate on yet. Now you'll notice if I change the cutoff here, oops. You can significantly change the tone of this, right? So you've got, again, be sparing with this stuff. Don't go crazy. You want to try and maintain as much of your guitar signal as possible. You know, that's the most important thing. Lastly, we have here, so I'm not holding, we've got our noise. Now this works as a normal noise gate. Let's move over to our noise. So it says here too, I'm just going to read from these little sections here, just so you know. Set the threshold above the level of noise. So whenever you set the threshold, set it above, so it cuts out the noise wherever you hit that level is here to stop that noise, right? Start with the ratio increase if necessary. If there is still significant amount of noise around the threshold level, try increasing the threshold. Although the default 2K cutoff should be optimal for most electric guitars, you should use your ears to decide. Again, use your ears to decide. So, I mean, we can come back here, set that, double tap anywhere, and it will bring these back to good. So, moving from left to right, we have our recommended flow. Make sure make sure you've set up the other two previously. Observe the input level. So we're looking at noise now. When I observe the input level and the strings are muted, so we can see I've got strings muted right now. Let me just turn it up. And you can see just here the threshold is just bouncing around there. If I lift this up a little bit, we've totally removed any of that noise. So it says here, with the strings muted, set the threshold slightly above the level, set the ratio to the achieved desired attenuation, smoothness, balance setting, highest possible ratio, and thus the maximum attenuation might be tempting, but note this will cause the sound to cut off abruptly when crossing the threshold. Let's do that. So we set the as high as possible. I'm going to double tap. Bring this a little bit higher. You can increase the release time to make the transition even smoother at the cost of passing some noise through. So you can do that, add a little bit of release in there. You can lift that noise, the threshold higher if you want to get much tighter cutoffs. Let's bring some drums in, have a listen again. Very, very, very nice. So I'm going to grab another guitar and we'll try a different like tone and stuff like that. Give us a second. Oh, before we do it, let's just bring everything back in. And out one more time. It's just so good. Wicked. All right, I think we're about halfway point of the show. Hi, Joe Glenn and Bonfire. 27. All right, let's run our ad. So I'll let you know what's coming up for the week. There's not too much more we're going to go over this. It's a noise gate, you know what I mean? It does what it does really fucking well. So tomorrow on the show, things might change. We're not sure. Just all depends on today. Tomorrow's show was going to be a live stream for Rock Dude X1000. This might become a pre-recorded video. I just some stuff's actually come up, so I'm not sure if this is actually the video for tomorrow. It's up on the channel, but it may change. There's that, and this week's interview is with an amazing artist by the name of Mandy Prater. So hopefully you come join us for that. She's an incredibly talented artist and you'll love her. Filming Walk With Me today, which will be premiered on Friday as part of the Friday entertainment train. And of course, back one more time is the Creative Hour this week with the 1 hour song challenge. Being chased by clocks, that is my game. So let's grab some things. Firstly, let's talk about this. Before we jump in and grab a couple of extra guitars, I'm just going to take this here and save this as a 2. And I just want to talk about the little bug I found in Logic Pro. Now, don't get weird on me and go, oh my God, there's a bug. I'm not going to buy this. This is part of the coolness of doing shows like this. Can identify bugs and get it fixed, if it even is, or it's just my iPad. I don't know. But I'm going to open up Logic here. Maybe, if my iOS device allows me to. So here you can see I have Purrist in Logic, so it's working okay there. Here's the problem. I found a bug. So I've got a simple 2 tracks in here. This is an audio track to record some guitars, and this is just a drum track in here, right? Okay, so if I want to play some guitar in here, I want to grab my guitar first. I want to hit record so we can hear it. Again, I'm using the exact same tone. I've got this Rhino down here, so that's all good. Here's where I'm having an issue. When I add Purrist into the patch, I get this audio unit extension quit unexpectedly to reload. No matter what I do, it's not working. So as soon as I turn off the record, it's okay. I can load it. But as soon as I hit record up here, bang. So I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try and hit reload again. But it's definitely not working. Come on. Oh, man. So one of the things I wanted is the CPU. Yeah, it's spiking. As soon as I add it, it spikes out. Yeah, it freaks out. So you can see up the top, it spikes out every time I try to add it. But give me a second, because this is I'm trying to unselect. Come on. Disable. Fuck. Yeah, just going to have to disable it. So there's that. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's doing it, but I'm just going to reboot this. Kill that. Because I can get it to load. So here we are. I can actually get it to load as a as a bus. So I have a bus in here. I've put it in a bus track and turned up the bus. And let's hit record now. Give it some volume. And make sure we've got Purrist happening. Here it is. And give me a sec. Purrist, Rhino. So you can see it is actually working from here. We've got it turned up, full, all the way. We can come up here. And get it somewhat working. I don't know why it's not working now. But it was working before. So, yeah, that is one thing I can't work out with it. So hopefully that gets fixed, but I'm sure it will because the developer is very into his app, as it says. Sorry for the bug. I'll look into it. I'll send you some videos as well. I only worked it out. Normally, I would have worked it out beforehand, but so we can get around it by using a bus. So there's that as well. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here in Logic. And I'll tell you what we should do. Let's try. See how we go in GarageBand. See if because they're the same kind of engine. We got a little while to play around. So I'm just going to find an audio track here. We'll do, good Lord. Where, have they moved the fun? Oh, there it is. Fun. Clean. Just been a while since I opened GarageBand. Fuck me. Unbelievable. How does GarageBand work again? Right, plugins. You want to put in a plugin. Want to put in... Oh, God, you got to scroll, don't you? This is so primitive for me. Rhino. Let me find Rhino. Is. And the thing is, I need to go into Rhino and choose. So we'll add in Purrist here as well too. Hey, Tremor Bear. Come on, Purrist. There you are. So we've got both of them in there. Now we want to come into Rhino and choose this. No gate. Wicked. And we want to come in there and make sure Purrist is connected. You can tell it's been a while since I used GarageBand, can't you? Fuck me. You got to come up here, don't you? Is that right? How do I connect the guitar? Fucking hell. It's been so long since I used fucking hell. I've got no tone. Why do I have no tone in here? I can't even work it. Oh, do I have to set record? Oh, man, this is so embarrassing. Yeah, no shit. I'm just going to make sure everything's clean. Fuck, I can't even. Oh, I've got to turn the monitoring on? I've got no sound. Why have I got no sound? I don't get it. The sound of air guitar. That's exactly what is happening here. Forget what? How to arm a fucking track in fucking... Oh, I know what's wrong. It's not picking up my audio interface. That's what's wrong. There we go. Hey. We love that. Sorry, my interface wasn't on. That's why we're having some issues there. We still got those issues? I think so. No, we're good. No shit, man. You know, I just stopped using GarageBand, man. I'm not into it. Okay. Let's, fuck me, bro. What's happening? Why is the sound all fucked? Is this a GarageBand problem? Man, this whole demo's gone off the rails. Thanks, GarageBand. You suck. There we go. We're good. Let's bring this back. Fuck GarageBand, man. If you're still using this, man, upgrade. It's shit. All right. Sorry, Pete. GarageBand sucks. Here we go. We've got some sound now. Give me a sec. All right. Sweet. So it's working here. So that's good. Sorry about all that, guys. I have no idea why that was going on. Let's just make sure we've got our tone in here. Turn off the noise gate. Bring in Purrist. But it actually works in here. That's all I was trying to do anyway. So good stuff. Sorry about that whole segment. Where did we go? That got loud? It did, didn't it? All right. Let's grab another couple of guitars to get out of here and see, because I have another couple of guitars that have some pretty noisy sounds. So let's try this. So we'll just load up that last session. All right. See you, Gary. I've got this guitar here. This is an artist guitar. And I think the wiring is fucked in it. I think we got some wiring issues. So let's see if it can remove the fucking noise from the wiring issues I have. Good Lord. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. Don't ever do a live stream in your studio and forget to turn off the heater. It's like an oven in here and I can't even think straight. Okay. Let's go. Let's plug this thing in. So this is a artist. So it's got a whammy bar. It's got a Floyd Rose. It's probably going to be out of tune. It's actually in tune. Nice. So I'm curious to hear the noise on here. Let's turn these off. Wow, listen to that noise. Just from these pickups. So just letting you know, this guitar normally has a whole lot of noise happening in it. It really is a pain in the ass. You can hear it there. If we take out some of that white noise, you can still hear it humming. So much better. Yeah, look, this is wicked. Going to grab, see if it works on my bass. That'll be the last thing we try. Let's mute that. Because I have a super noisy bass here. I've got this Artist. I don't know what it is about Artist guitars. They're cheap. They're good. They play well. But fuck, man, do their pots die super quick. And see you later. Przemyslav. Thank you for hanging out. And guys, if you are a Patreon, we've got some giveaways for this as well, just to let you know. So thank you, Przemyslav, for that. We've got a bass. Let's just cover this and then we'll get out of here for today. I'm going to give this some volume. Fuck me. So what I've done is I've turned this on the bass and it is just silent. Let's take this off. I'm going to crank it up a bit. Fuck me, that is such a dead tone. Listen to it. There's no noise there whatsoever. I'm going to crank it right up. It's fucking good. Even, let's add some distortion to this now. Fuck me. So if you are using distorted bass and have a filthy tone on there like I do right now, and you get a lot of squealing and stuff, this is the perfect noise gate for you. This is, in my opinion, once that little bug's fixed, probably the best noise gate we've got for guitars on going around. For $10. All right. I love it. Wicked stuff. Hopefully that bug gets fixed. I'll send some more details and hopefully help us get to that point. Let's mute this. I'm getting out of here for today. It's a noise gate. It's a good noise gate. It's got a lot of options in it. It should help you eliminate sounds. Should save you a trip to go and get your guitar fixed if you got some noisy stuff in your pickups. And it just should give you a lot clearer stops, starts with your chugs and all that jazz. I'm going to be using this heaps. I think it's awesome. It's about time we had a really good noise gate. The only other good noise gate I can think of online is the Cock Blocker, which is software these days. Look how much I'm sweating, man. Got the heater on it. It's a mess. I'm dying in here. I've got to get out of here. All right. Well, look at this. I've left the heater on by accident this morning. I'm dying in here. So there we go. Hey, Heidi, what's going on? And all my gear is super hot, so I've got to turn all this shit off. So I'm out. I've got to jump on a bus and a train. I'm heading out to do some filming today for Walk With Me, which will go live on Friday at the usual time. Should be a really good episode. I'm walking around a really fascinating place in Melbourne today. No bike riding, just walking. So I will see you then. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake and we'll do this. Let's OUJ. Thomas says, I'm going to have to cancel or postpone tonight. Still no power. So just so you know, I'm going to dump you over to Thomas, but he may not be there. Hi, Camp G, May. All right. Great app. Finally, before we go, just let you know one more time how much it is. It's $10. Awesome. If you are a Patreon, the link should be up in about 10 minutes if you want to have a go at winning one of these copies. All right, let's go. See you later, friends. Adios, amigo. Goodbye.